Hello, and welcome to Goats and Gamebots, the unlicensed and completely uncalled for Survivor podcast. I'm Jack Juice Pickard, winner of Survivor Saints vs. Sinners and rightful heir to the Propes Tribal Council stump. I'm also joined by my co-host, certifiably crazy, Zach Madsen.
Whoa, I'm so crazy.
And New England Patriot, Andrew Tresigny.
Hell yeah. First of all, fuck you, Tom Brady. Fuck the Bucks. We're going to win.
All right. Today, we continue dragging Andrew through our 40-season Survivor binge. This episode, we're talking about Season 22, Redemption Robb. So if you don't want that spoiled...
Got nothing for you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
For those of you still with us, let's get it on. 40 seasons, 3 goofballs, 1 pointless podcast.
Blah, 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 blah.
What's funny to me about when you responded to the New England Patriot thing is that you're talking about the Patriots-Bucks game, but in reality, you can't really... no one knows what time it is right now, what day it is when this thing's coming out.
It's Saturday,
so
the day before the Patriots-Bucks game.
We need to clarify this, yeah.
What day is it? October
2nd?
October 2nd. Okay. Tomorrow is the big game.
Everybody pay rent?
I did pay rent.
I have automatic payments that go on the 28th.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I
smart.
need to set that up. I like the challenge to remember.
I don't. It makes me anxious. But yeah, it's football. So here we are, football podcast. Let's talk a little
Welcome back to the
game.
football podcast.
Sports, love them.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh, Patriots. They're looking all right. They're not looking great, but they're all right. We'll see. This Mac Jones guy.
And
Survivor.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a sports-heavy Survivor season. We've got 2 different NFL players, and a Boston Red Sox hat, a very iconic Boston Red Sox hat.
One that big belongs in the Smithsonian.
Yeah, it should be, honestly.
I'm told many of the cast members are fans of sports in some capacity. Huge season for sports.
Huge.
Absolutely.
And God.
Yeah.
We are in the God era of Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
God in sports.
This is not a one-off. This is a theme for the whole Renaissance era of Survivor.
Well, I mean...
And I don't say Renaissance in the sense that it's, like, good.
It's a negative Renaissance.
Yeah, it's like Renaissance in the way of extremely overtly religious.
I was going to say, if I know my Renaissance, which I don't, I would say God was a big part of that one, too.
Yeah. Did you know a Sistine built this chapel?
I had heard that.
A whole Sistine.
A whole Sistine.
Wow, good for them.
Wow.
But this is also, it's worth mentioning, it's Saturday, October 2nd.
Yeah, the day before the Patriots-Bucks game.
This is also a night Goats and Gamebots.
This is Goats and Gamebots at night, baby.
Night. Yeah.
It is 8:52 p.m. I'm 1 beer deep.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got the champagne of beers going on here.
And a couple BLs.
Couple buds.
A couple Bud Lights. For my buds, I got buds with my lights.
Also, I feel like we got a lot planned for this episode just in terms of the different bits we got going on. So I feel like it's going to be a chaotic one.
We've got
one way or the other.
Yeah, friend of the show, Boston Robb, said he'd popping by in a little bit.
We've got
He's on his way. I think he's in the van with
he's
kids.
En route, yeah.
He's waiting outside.
Right now. Yeah, van's running.
Yeah.
He just likes to be a little bit early.
He's punctual.
I mean, the big thing is you're going to be here for this one, right? You don't have any dick enlargement installment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. The problem was my dick was too big, remember?
Okay, and now it's the perfect size.
Now it's
remember?
Size.
So, yeah, you should be here for that.
No, there's no way there's no possibility that I am not in this room when Boston Robb comes by.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I've been hurt before.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This is what you say every time. So
I mean, like, I in the past, I've been blindsided, much like the game of Survivor. And
this game loves to blindside.
I always just get phone calls, but I turn my phone off, and so there's nothing that can take me out of it.
Yeah.
He actually went as far as to tell everyone he loves that he actually has hated them forever.
Yeah.
So now they're not going to call him.
Don't call me.
He'll make up for it tomorrow.
That was my insurance policy. Is like, I'll turn my phone off and also excommunicate all my friends and family.
Yeah. It's the whole kill switch. It's not just social media. Yeah. But also, dare I say, we've got a friend of the podcast stopping by. We also have a potential new enemy of the podcast.
Another one?
We gotta stop making enemies.
Let me say this. I don't think it's necessarily a new enemy. I think it's an enemy that's doubling down on the hate.
Oh, no.
So we've got another very special guest coming this episode. And prepare to be mad. The rivalry continues. So
if it's just...
I just don't.
Yeah.
If
I don't
it's
get how people don't like us.
I know. We're just silly little boys. How can you hate on us?
if it's
It's a silly
that
little boy podcast. Welcome back.
if it's that grumpy old Gus
Grumpy old
Randy
Gus.
Bailey?
Randy Bailey,
I think that we banned him from the show.
I was gonna say he can't.
he's a weasel. He'll find his way
He'll
back
weasel his
in.
way back on. Yeah. So I've let you guys know again. I think. And this will just make Randy even more mad. I think this is somebody that's even a higher ticket person.
Wow.
Good. Well, Randy's pretty low.
So I think
Sounds like we've got a hell of a show ahead.
yeah,
of
we're
us.
pulling from the A list in two different
Yeah.
ways.
We've also got a fun challenge, a return of a past favorite.
yeah.
You guys remember Big
That's
Mouth
true,
versus
yeah.
Who's favorite?
Elephant?
way back into Gabon when we
Yeah.
did our gorilla versus elephant debate.
Starring that menace Randy
Haley.
Bailey.
Oh, it's all coming together.
Wow, this is really Gabon too.
Shit.
Yeah, welcome back. But yeah, we've got another beloved challenge coming back,
With a
and
little twist to it.
this is unrelated to this particular episode, but I think it's worth mentioning that we hit up Coach just randomly on Twitter, and it's nothing official, but he said that he would potentially come out of podcast retirement
Possible friend of the show.
to join us next episode on the
Potential
South.
friend of the
Yeah, it's potential friend.
Would be cool.
It's like a Tinder match.
He's like an
Tinder match
acquaintance
of the show, yeah.
right now. on our way to becoming friends.
We're trying to seduce him. We sent him the fan fiction about him, and it went over surprisingly well.
We think
We think it went well.
methinks he likes it.
Me
Yeah.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Think the coach loved the podcast. So
We got the Dragon Slayer bump though.
Yeah, we
we
did.
posted about it on Instagram and he shared it on his Instagram page. We got 3 new followers out of
wow, that is a
That's
bump.
right.
That's a Dragon Slayer
So-
guarantee.
That's a Dragon Slayer guarantee, baby.
If you're one of the new, people joining the Goof Troop this episode, thanks to Coach, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Everybody put your hands in.
Yeah,
That feels like something Coach was
on 3. Oh,
Yes.
true. It's a Coach thing.
Yeah, Coach is always rallying you to do better. That's Coach. Wait.
Coach.
Now that we've hyped the episode enough, I think it's time we get into the pointless stuff that doesn't matter. The aesthetics of this season. We got 2 tribes.
Yeah.
We got the Ometepe. What's the fun riff on that?
Oh,
What is it?
omelet.
Omelet. Paloopa or omelet.
Oh, obviously. It's
Yeah,
omelet.
come on. And then the Zapatera tribe.
Zapatos.
Zapatos.
Zapdos from Pokemon.
Or
Oh,
or
true, yeah.
Zapdos.
A lot of good
That's
ones.
also-
for them.
Zapdos.
It's Zapdos?
Zapdos.
It's not
Zapatos?
Zapatos?
No.
There's not another vowel in there?
No.
Zapdos?
Zapdos.
Wow.
I was never a huge Pokemon. Like, I liked
Well,
the
that's
Pokemon.
why you're talking to the expert right now.
Yeah, I would have, if somebody came into here,
Yeah.
put a gun to each of our heads, and said, "What's that Pokemon's name?" I'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, we got Zach with us.
Thankfully,
who's
we got Zach.
I would have saved all of
resident Pokemon expert. That should have been your
Zapdos.
intro title.
us. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to come full circle to Pokemon. I should have been thinking.
It always does.
Edit it in later.
Also, we've got the merch tribe name, which is Merlonio, which was
Post Malone.
yeah, Post
Post
Merlonio,
Post Malone.
which was Amber's stuffed animal. It was just a. If there's one thing that I love, it's a good goof in the merge tribe name where somebody names it something that it's not, or like an inside joke, or I told him it meant this, but really, I love a good goof. In the we
love
are
a
the
good
goof
goof
troop.
troop, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm a fan.
And we got the classic purple and orange colors, which another big thing that becomes like a thing. So, I
It's
mean,
an omen for a good season.
yeah, if it's orange and purple,
It's a lie.
yeah, maybe this is
Season,
where
not
there's
great.
kind of a purple curse, right? Or is it the orange curse?
I don't remember. I think it's purple.
If
Purple
it
just
comes
seems
from
like a
Ghost
cursed
Island, I think
color.
it's orange. But purple this season was the cursed color. It was the one that just couldn't get their shit together. The Russell Hance tribe, the Hat Guy tribe.
The Hat Guy tribe.
That guy tried.
Yeah, and then other people were there too.
Plus, Hat
but-
Guy and others.
And others,
was
that
the
tribe. Yeah. Also, last thing to do, I think, is a tribal council review.
Oh, you guys know what this tribal has is a fucking roof.
A roof.
That's fucking right, baby. Fucking roof, baby. Fuck.
What else does it
yeah,
have?
baby? Got a roof at tribal,
Roof,
baby.
baby,
Fuck.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah. What do you think about this
I
tribal?
didn't mean to hijack your moment, but you're reviewing the note. You don't remember.
You get the stars, he gets the tribal. This is how it goes.
What's up, buddy?
You don't remember
I
it all?
don't remember what it looks like even a little bit.
Well,
I don't have any notes on it, so it must have been
Let
a
me see if I
huge
have
pile of
anything.
garbage.
Okay, so here's what I have. It says boring ass pot heavy hut. Pot heavy. So I guess there was a lot of pot there, which we at the Goats and Game Bots have to surely support a pot heavy.
So I
Yes.
wrote for the Redemption Island Arena.
All
Two
right.
notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I wrote looks cool, but then I wrote fake as shit. The stone looks terrible.
Yeah.
So who knows what I really meant?
Well, no, I think I know what you mean. It's got that kind of classic arena feel, but it's very clearly like the stones are like set deck.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
looks terrible.
It's
I
paper
think-
mache.
I think you hadn't made a complete decision on how you felt about it. So that was the
Off
why
the
the
cuff.
two notes are so
Yeah.
It's
You
just
got to make sure you
contrastly
encapsulate all of it. You know, it's made of those bricks. Do you remember in kindergarten they would have those bricks that were like red and yellow, and you'd stack them? That's what it's made out of, essentially, or like duplex or whatever the
Lincoln
big
Logs.
Legos were. Lincoln Logs. There you go. So yeah, that's kind of the aesthetics of the season. I think overall, it's a season.
yeah.
It happens.
It's pretty like on all the aesthetics fronts. On just the location itself is jungle, jungle and beach, and so
Welcome to
is-
the jungle.
it doesn't necessarily stand out all that much in the grand scheme.
It is a little weird that they decided to name this season Survivor Boston Rob.
Yes. Well, Redemption Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just I'm sorry, Redemption
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah, which
It just
is-
was so on the nose.
yeah, yeah.
But but each their own.
I mean-
I'm not Mr. CBS. I don't know.
I think this is also potentially a good spot to talk about. How do we feel about? I mean, whoa! I just broke my pen.
Oh
hear
God.
that?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
We're going to
sorry.
commercial.
See, look at that G2. All those springs. Not this bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm not writing with that piece of shit.
I'm
a
using
G2
a pen
man.
from my sister and brother-in-law's wedding.
We're all really.
Hi, welcome back to
yeah.
the Pen Podcast.
Oh, their anniversary was recently, September 29th.
That's how you know
Wow.
when they're
Chris and Alyssa, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Chris and
Chris.
Alyssa.
If you're
Was this
listening.
1 year?
Yeah.
How long?
They got married in allegedly 2018. So
Wow.
this is their third
Allegedly, not confirmed.
according to the pen.
It's like special agent question mark. It's not confirmed.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
The pen isn't really the true document holder here with when they got married. You know, they could have put anything on that pen.
Could have put anything on that pen.
But what I was going to ask is this season, I mean, we saw team captains way back in Guatemala with Stephanie and Bobby John. But we bring it back, and how do we feel about these two team captains? B-Rob versus the
It
Hat
makes
Man.
sense.
Yeah, one is great. The other one wears a hat.
Da Boston and da hat
They're
guy.
they're two of the more iconic hat wearers
Yes,
on the show. So
this
this
is
is
true.
really a battle of the hats.
It's
Redemption
a very
hat.
hat heavy season.
Hat
heavy.
Island.
Big
Hat
season for
Islands.
hats, yeah.
Redemption hat. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
Burt
night.
Podcast.
The night Goats and Game Bots.
Yeah, you know what you signed up for when we told you it's Goats and Game Bots at night, bitch. All
Yeah.
right.
We got the Bud Lights flowing. The Bud Heavies. Is it a Bud Light or a Bud
It's a
Heavy?
light.
Bud Light.
Okay.
It's a BL.
Heavies, man.
Yeah,
They're heavy.
they are.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
have
also,
been
it's
third burp
it's
if that was a heavy.
Oktoberfest season.
It is Oktoberfest season.
October,
We'll
baby.
have to do another. Didn't we do? Okay, this is interesting. We did Fiji on Halloween.
Whoa.
So now we've almost been,
We're really taking our time.
I was going to say, think about how many we put out at the beginning and then how slow. We all have jobs.
Oh yeah, I mean, like this
So-
is something I think we mentioned.
We were
that, too.
unemployed at the
Yeah,
beginning. That was
I
like-
think around Cook Islands is when we started to slow down a little bit because stuff started to get a little bit more normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we had nothing but time to do this podcast, and now we're all like, we almost didn't even do this tonight.
Yeah.
We had to like really
Got a lot
get
going
like
on.
hype ourselves up. I had to take a nap.
I had to take an espresso bean.
We popped some espresso beans. The beans kicked in,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Yeah, we're off the bean right now.
Off the bean.
The espresso bean. But yeah, so again, we got the team captains. We got the classic rivalry. And one last question here before we cut it to commercial and then come back and talk about some more outwit stuff. I think this is a big question I'm left with after this season, and it's one I want to address head on. Do you think, from a production standpoint, this season was rigged for Boston Rob to win?
Yes.
Yes.
It just, I don't know if rigged, but like so much of it was like, hey, Boston,
Yeah.
come here.
Hey, Boston.
Boston.
Here's how you win the challenge. Get back out there, scamp, and then they smack him on the ass.
I mean, it's tricky because I don't want to devalue Robb's win, which I feel like is one of the most dominant wins this game's ever seen. But it does feel very, from the get-go, set up in a situation that is favorable to him, for him to win.
Yeah.
But again, I wanted
don't
to
know.
open it
I wasn't
up.
there. I don't know.
I think the main reason why I don't think it's rigged necessarily, I do think that the Redemption Island was certainly an insurance policy.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, Rob got voted out,
like
but
they wouldn't
he-
have done it without it.
He didn't touch Redemption Island. He didn't need that twist to win this game, so I don't necessarily think it was rigged, but I do think like a big reason Redemption Island came in was in case, Russell or Rob got voted out, so that there was a chance for them to come back.
Yeah.
But
And there's a part of this game that is always unpredictable.
Yes.
So, and again, it's the hand that you're dealt. It's just, do you think the hand was stacked from the beginning? Is the question.
I think that this was heavily
It's not
like
rigged, but
I don't know.
they definitely were like, we want him to win this.
we want Rob to be a winner.
Yes.
I mean, they could have voted Rob out day one, and he could have gone home at
That's true.
Redemption
Oh,
Island
yeah.
against
Yeah.
Russell. You never know.
I'm
But-
not saying it was. Not saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm simply.
It's a question.
just
Yeah, I
saying.
definitely will listen to the argument, but I don't necessarily agree with it because it is something that's been talked about for like a long time
Yeah.
in the community. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just such a Boston Rob fan that I can't admit that it was rigged for him. But
And I don't know. I even think rigged is a strong word. Like, again, I want to be fair. I just think that there is a lot going for him when he hits the beach. Like, when he hits the beach, he has a group of people that are very, like, for example, again, we just started South Pacific, and we saw right at the beginning when Coach walks out, it's like some people are like, oh, the returners go immediately, because that's just the attitude some people have. And I feel like that was the attitude of every single person on Zapatera, except for the, like, two people that were designed to have Russell Hantz maybe wiggle his way in. And the rest of the people on Ometepe were like, "Oh hell yeah, it's Rob."
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, that's the difference too between Rob and Russell, where you're happy to get one on your team and you're wary of the other one. I think that's naturally, but I feel like the people themselves even were geared towards that kind of vision almost. But again, it's one of those you don't know for sure. So I don't
Definitely.
want to say it with any kind of like
Yeah, kind of like the 2020 election. We'll never know. We'll never know for
we
sure.
want to be clear
We
here on
know.
Goats and Game Bots, but like we know the answer of the election.
yeah, we know that it was rigged for.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
and put
we
out
know
a-
it was rigged for sure.
There's no way the American public would vote in old guy
Yeah,
over cool, fun wig
He-
guy.
over the old guy.
he got
over the other
more
old guy.
votes than any sitting president ever. I mean, how could he lose?
All right.
That's fine.
Okay, that's going to be where we cut to commercial for the first time. When we come back, we'll start talking a little bit more about Outwit, the different characters on this show, the different storylines, and then we will have at least one special guest. Stay tuned.
Hey, jerk offs.
This season of Survivor is brought to you by
We love you, God!
Jesus Christ.
We love you, God.
Amen.
Yeah, big season for Jesus.
Big season.
He came back in a big way.
God's
Both
will.
him and his dad
Yeah.
had a lot
both
going
of
on this season.
them. Yeah.
God.
Jesus and Daddy God.
Daddy God.
Yeah.
Gross.
I know, gross. The Holy Daddy.
I only get on my knees for one daddy, and that's Daddy God. When I'm
We-
praying.
we've
When I'm
already-
praying!
Yeah,
Come on!
we've already-
And also when I'm sucking God's...
Toes to free.
No, soaking his wisdom
Yeah,
in.
toes is 10
I'm
times
soaking...
better.
I'm sucking his wisdom.
God damn it.
That's...
All right, so
We love you, God.
We love you, God.
maybe a little too much. Yeah, we lost a lot of people there. Welcome
fuck you,
back.
God.
Again, this was a big season for God. As we mentioned, it's the God era. You know?
I think it's official. Survivor is God's favorite reality TV show.
I know, God's favorite
There's no
TV
way it
show,
isn't.
Survivor.
So many of his children are in it.
He's just carrying people through every season.
He even
And-
gets Jeff talking about him sometimes.
And yeah, especially in
That's
this one.
God on God.
right?
That's God on God. Baby. It's manipulation is what it is.
And in other seasons, we've been prompted the question, is God real? That was the classic Samoa question. But this one, I feel like it's more, what is God's will? For Matt specifically, what does God want of Matt? Because Matt spends a lot of time out on Redemption Island, and we get a lot of different answers as to why, or just what God thinks of Matt. Because
my theory
he puts him through the ringer.
Is that God was bored, and Matt would not shut the fuck up, and he was like, "All right, I'll just like fuck around and like keep you in the game for a little bit, and then make you think that I'm like picking you to win, but in reality, this season is for Rob."
Give him enough hope.
Yeah, I think what this really displays is that God is kind of a dick.
Yes.
That's
so that's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the theory is that God is a Boston Rob fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God's wearing a Boston Red Sox
hat. Where like, I mean, Matt has such a tragic story in terms of gets sent to, like, he is naive. He tells Robs whenever he's doubting their alliance. And especially he has that moment where he throws Andrea under the bus and was like, we were thinking about turning on you, but we didn't.
But we didn't.
And Andrea's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he immediately gets voted out again. Is like in the game for not even a full vote. Doesn't survive. Comes back in the game, is voted out immediately. And sent right back. And then at that point, he kind of loses a lot of that steam, So I think the real thing is, if he's being punished for going against Boston Rob, that means God's a Boston Rob fan.
He has to be.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
And I
can get behind that.
God was super involved in this season, so.
Oh yeah.
He's obviously rooting for somebody. Maybe we were talking about it being rigged. I think it's more just divine. He was rooting for a party in particular.
Yeah.
God. So the season was rigged for Boston Rob. It was
rigged by
God's will.
It
God
wasn't
rigged
production at all. It was God. Yeah. This goes all the way to the top.
All the way to God himself.
All the way to the top.
Literally to the top of the top. Can't get any higher than that.
Yeah.
Speaking of top.
Yeah.
I'm getting some.
Speaking of top and God.
Yeah.
I would love to give God some time.
Bring it full circle. Okay. But I think in the outwit section, we normally talk about characters. We've already talked about the two obvious ones, the Boston Man and the
Hat Man.
Houston Rocket.
But huge basketball fan. Russell hands.
Was it Astro? He's an Astro fan.
He's an Astro.
Yeah.
Astro.
We've talked about them, but we got to talk about some of the other people in this season, which is kind of hard to do because
do we?
What percentage of this cast would you say stinkers 2 stars?
I think
I would go
2 stars.
9. Yeah, I would go 99%.
99%. Okay.
Andrea and Rob stars. Everyone else stinkers.
Yeah, I think a big star this season is Philip. Whereas you don't want to be on a tribe.
Objectively,
Phillip, but he is great television.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because his whole, again, anytime somebody is introduced with a question mark behind their lower third, you're like, okay, this is going to be someone to watch.
This is an interesting person.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And
Philip Bart is what they
is that his name? We don't know. It could be a put on.
Special agent? That's what I was going to say is he's definitely a star, but I think he's a stinker in
also
reference to and how he sort of makes the season.
He's kind of a villain.
Yeah, he's very villainous and like he makes a lot of conflict, and truly some of the most annoying parts of the season come from things he's done and said. But when you think about it, without that, was the season anywhere watchable? Anywhere close to being watchable?
If there wasn't that influence, what would you be watching for?
We needed it.
Yeah.
Even whether you liked it or not, you needed Phil Shepard this season.
Yeah. And personally, again, I love, it's interesting because I think a lot of the people who you get labeled as villainous, at least in the edit, are the people who actually stand for honor. And think about Coach. Coach was so heartbroken to be a villain. And I think true that he shouldn't have been because he's all about honor and integrity and all that. But it seems to rub people the wrong way when it's in this game to lie, cheat, and steal. And so it comes off as self-righteous or
very self-righteous
or crazy or whatever it may be. And so you kind of just gotta, I don't know, be adaptable in the way of not preaching the honor and integrity and all that, or getting hung up on the smaller stuff. So yeah, no, but I think definitely Phil was the reason to watch a lot of this season. Like he's one of the emerging ones. And Andrea was in it, but compared to, again, I don't think it's any secret, Andrea returns.
Yeah.
And she is much better in her returning seasons than she is in this one.
She didn't really get a chance in this one.
I mean, and that's because Boston Robb was...
Austin Robb.
Well, I was going to say Boston Robb was choking the oxygen out of anything that would work against him, and she would be the contender.
Yeah.
She's the only other person who had a shot. And so, yeah, my brain got a few.
I'm just thinking about Austin Robb now, who's like, goes to South by Southwest every year.
Yeah, he's a really
loves
big
like craft
Austin
beer.
man.
Yeah.
He's like really into,
Really
like,
relaxed.
Tool,
Yeah. Buddy system.
noise rock.
Buddy system, but because he really likes hanging out.
Yep.
Not because he's like trying to control the game.
I'm just here to chill, toss some bags.
Toss some
man.
bags.
Hey, Grant.
My buddy
let's go,
grows some really good weed.
We're going to go climbing next week if you want to come.
We're going climbing. We're going to hike over to San Antonio. That's all I know about Austin.
Yeah,
It's right by San
we have
Antonio.
reached the limit.
Yep.
That's it. We're out of Austin stuff. If you're from Austin, I hope you appreciate
Austin,
it.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. See,
That was
my
a
name-
road trip reference for any road trip fans. You seen Road Trip?
No.
Starring Tom Green and
No.
William
No, you
William
lost us.
Shakespeare.
And William Shakespeare.
Wow.
Sean William Scott.
Billy Shakes
Wow,
himself.
William Shakespeare in a movie with Tom Green.
Welcome to the Road Trip podcast. DJ Quails. You guys know that guy?
No. You're really striking out with the references right now. Right over our
I promise you guys would recognize him.
Also this season, we have another term, almost like the Purple Kelly thing. It is the half Murphy. And so while this season was happening, again, it's named after David Murphy. While this season was happening, I let you know, similar to the Purple Edit, I was like, there is a term called a half Murphy that is a thing in Survivor by the fans. And I want to know what you think. I'll tell you what the first half is. You got to tell me what the second half is. Mm-hmm. And so the first half was he stood up at Final Tribal Council and he made this passionate plea to the jury to vote for Boston Robb because he was the obvious winner of the season. Mm-hmm. That was the first half. And I asked you what was the second half, and you said, do you remember?
I do. I'm pretty sure, and I still think it's true.
And I told you it happens at the reunion.
Yeah.
It happens at the reunion.
I think he shits his pants.
So,
And he does.
by Andrew's logic, by Andrew's logic, it is first half make a passionate plea to the jury, second half shit your pants at reunion.
On live TV in front of Jeff
On live
Probst.
TV.
That's why no one else has ever done it.
Yeah, and we had a good laugh.
It is very funny when you think about it.
Yeah, so you could pull a half Murphy either by just claiming to the jury and not shitting your pants, or just by shitting your pants at reunion. That also qualifies as a half Murphy. But that's not true. The real answer to that is you have to, again, make the passionate plea and then propose to somebody
And
during the reunion.
basically have them say no.
Yeah, and
Without
metaphorically
saying no.
shit your pants. Yeah. What did she say? Shut it down? Shut it down.
Shut it down now.
Shut it down. This game loves to blindside me.
Who is she even again?
The first boot from Token Chains.
Yeah.
Carolina?
Super
Carolina?
memorable.
Yeah.
Way to go, Murph.
But Jeff is strangely involved. He's like kind
Trying
of...
to make it work so bad.
Is there something you want to... Oh, is she the one? Would you, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could tell it was orchestrated, but still, Jeff is not selling it very well. It's one of the strangest reunions.
Super awkward.
I will say. It's Jeff gives no fucks this reunion,
yeah.
even less than normal.
True.
It has everything.
That's like all. There's nothing else that really happens in this reunion except Adam Scott.
Adam Scott does
yeah.
make
Our
a brief
first
guest
Adam
appearance.
Makes a little
Scott
brief
scene.
appearance.
I think that's the first one. I could number crunch it, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Says the number crunch guy.
Shout out Adam Scott. It's Goats and Game Bots at night, all right? We are
That
not
is true.
focused on
It
the
is at
details
night.
right now.
Yeah, no, we're only focused on the details. Adam Scott right now.
Yeah, so Adam Scott, and then
Yeah,
that
big
was
Survivor
it.
fan.
Big Survivor fan.
Who knew?
He's got great taste.
Yeah.
Big Star Wars fan.
Great taste.
But, I mean, we're talking about all these fans. I think it's time we start getting to the real nitty-gritty of the episode, which is the fact that here
Oh, no.
at Goats and Game... Did you see who it was?
No.
Okay. Here at Goats and Game Bots, we have another enemy of the podcast that's emerging.
This person just sent this to us?
Completely unprompted. I asked if this person wanted to be on the podcast, and they sent back "fuck you," and then they also attached a video.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Yeah,
It is on site already. I don't care who this shit is.
Yeah, so
who this bitch?
I mean, we're about to see.
Flip it.
And again,
Let's see it.
It goes all the way to the top.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, what's going on, Jack?
Cesternino.
Zach, I hear you guys are starting up a podcast talking about Survivor. I guess it's so easy. Anybody can do it. Anybody, just two random guys that just like, hey, looks easy. Anybody can just make a Survivor podcast. Nothing, no skill needed here. Just two guys. Hey, our names rhyme. We should be on a podcast. Just two dudes. What do we call it? How about the Goats and Gamebot Boys? Sure. That sounds easy because look, if some idiot like Rob can do it,
said it himself.
people listen to him, well, anybody will listen to us.
That's how we got
This is
here.
child's play. This is any fool
actually, wow.
could just get together and do it. Hey, Zach, do you do any impressions? I do Boston Rob. Oh, great.
No, Boston Rob
That's
is
the
not
easy
me.
one. Yeah, I bet you could do it better than Rob. That he's washed up. He's old news.
Washed.
We're the new hotness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. Why not? He seems ripe for the pickings. Why not? Sure. So good luck with the new podcast, guys. Hope it goes great for you. Hope everything that I've worked for, it just all comes crashing down and goes straight to you. All right? Good luck on the new venture. All the success in the world.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
What the
Woo!
fuck was that shit?
So,
First of all, I already didn't like him.
yeah.
Second, he goes as far as to say, Jack and Zach, the Goats and Gamebots boys, what our names rhyme. There's two guys start a podcast.
Yeah.
There are three of us.
Three guys in this
There are
podcast.
three amigos, sir. Rob,
And-
there's the third amigo.
If
and his name
otherwise,
does not rhyme with
it'd just be
ours.
Game Bots.
Yeah.
That's not a nice name.
I'm okay. He has the gall.
The audacity.
The gall.
The
to
tenacity.
tear us apart for a minute and a half.
Yeah. That
And
was
then
a
at the
long
very
one.
end be like, good luck, guys. Fuck you, Rob.
2 minutes.
Don't be fake.
We're coming for you. Because you know what? When we were starting this thing, we did think, you know what?
Anybody can
Any
do this
fucking
shit.
idiot can do it.
Anybody.
Look at Cesternino. And
Look
he
at us
said it
now.
himself.
We got 50 listeners per episode.
How many do you got?
We're coming for
Our
you.
number one episode's got 69 listens right now.
69? That is
Fucking
nice.
suck my-
I bet yours has more than that, but it's not as funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry that we didn't go on
So-
Survivor and can't get every single person that's been on Survivor easily because they're our close personal friend, except for Billy Garcia, who's our close personal friend.
Yeah, he is our close person.
Sorry, I'm getting really worked up.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But again, it's understandable because there's a lot of things this guy gets wrong, right? New podcast.
We've been here.
We're established. I
Yeah.
let him know this is the
been out
Redemption
here.
Rob episode,
Excuse
and
me?
he's like, "Oh, they're probably starting on Redemption." No, do your research.
Yeah. dummy.
Second, right? There are three of us, the Goats and Game Bots.
a
Just
trio.
being the Game Bots doesn't work.
Trio.
There's no dynamic.
We are a triangle of
So yeah,
people.
if the rivalry didn't exist before, it definitely does.
It's on now.
Yeah,
I
I'm totally
start-
coming for his ass.
Swear to God, we will take you down from the inside. I will intern for your podcast.
And we may get
Wait,
coaching.
I'm not going to
No, don't do
elaborate
it
on
now.
my plan.
Shh.
I mean,
yeah, bleep it. Bleep
Yeah,
it.
cut that out. Cut that out.
Bleep it.
I don't want to work for anyone.
Yeah.
I am on a
We work
I
for
just want to bang on the drum all day.
That's right. I would never intern anywhere.
So yeah,
I'm gonna start taking out anti-Cesternino ads.
Yeah, yeah,
I should post on
Have you seen
Instagram just
this
a
man?
picture of him with like a cross on his face.
yeah,
Listen to our new episode to find out why this picture is relevant.
yeah. The Goats and Game Bots hate him. It's like
Goats
the
and Game Bots
dermatologist.
hate him.
3 out of
this
3
man.
goats and game bots hate this man.
Do you know why goats and game bots hate this man? Click to find out.
God.
Yeah. So
Well,
again, we
you know
got a
what?
new enemy. Not a new enemy, but an old and
An enemy that we were
revitalized
aware
enemy.
of,
Yeah.
but now he's aware of us.
Yeah,
And you
now
know
it's-
what?
It's 2 ways.
The joke is on him because he spent 2 minutes of his life trying to take us down and demoralize us. But brother,
You
we
just
are
made us
stronger than
stronger.
ever. The alliance of the GameBots and the Goats has never been tighter.
We are energized. I could really
coming
tell
for
through
you.
your stance. Yeah.
And you know what, Rob? This I'm gonna say right now. Bring us on your podcast
Yeah, have us on your
Let's settle
podcast.
this.
so we
Mano
can
y
settle
mano.
this.
Let's duke this out, Rob.
Mano-y, 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 mano.
Mano, son.
Come on, let's go. 3 versus 1. You think you can take us? Anybody can
Yeah.
do it.
We will drop our standard podcast feed rate and just come on out of the goodness of our hearts
Yeah.
to take you down.
All right, I
Anyway.
don't want to talk about this man
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's because
Get him
again,
out. Get him out of my sight.
we can't just dwell on all the negative, right? So that's why coming back after the outplay section, Rob let us know he's
yeah.
ready to come out of the van.
He's standing right
Just
outside the door right now.
Yeah, now he's peering through the glass panes. He's
Any
meowing
minute
like a
now.
cat to let us know. Yeah, he just keeps patting the door.
Guys.
Hey, it's me, Boston Rob. That's definitely Rob
That was
out
him.
there.
Yeah,
I
we
heard
gotta.
him.
So we gotta take a commercial break. Go let Boston Rob in, and then when we come back, we'll have a nice, exciting interview with Boston Rob himself. Stay tuned. This season of Survivor is brought to you by a Scoop of the Crispy.
Let's get this shit. Scuba to crispy. Scuba to
Scuba to
crispy.
crispy.
Scuba to crispy. Scuba to crispy.
Yeah.
Scuba to crispy in your local stores.
It's like a
messed it
cereal.
up.
They're easy to mess up. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I
It
know.
happens, especially on Goats and Game Bots at night. But speaking of at night, we have a very special guest in the podcast studio with us here.
I know. I'm so excited to see him
A
again.
man who, let's make no mistake, loves a Scoop of the Crispy.
Loves a scuba to crispy. He's
It's his.
it's his
You take
rightfully.
that Scoop of the Crispy,
his
he's
Scoop
going
of
to
the
be
Crispy.
angry. It's Boston Rob himself.
Boston.
Boston Rob, welcome back
Boston.
to the
What's
podcast.
up, fellas? It's me, Boston.
How you
Hey,
doing?
buddy.
Hey, guys.
Good to see you. Long time no see.
It's been a minute. Yeah, you guys really have been taking your time on these episodes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We're
Life
busy.
happens.
You're busy. You're
I
on
get
what's
it.
that? Celebrity home renovation?
Yeah, what's that new TV show you got going on?
Yeah, that's
It's called Celebrity Home Renovation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually what it's called. You
Which
should know
I
though.
am-
You're on it, but it's okay. You got a lot of things up in the air.
I know all about it.
You got a lot of
Yeah.
things up in the. You're
a
juggling
working
a lot of
title.
stuff.
I'm on
what-
there. I'm swinging the hammers.
Uh-huh.
I have a hat on.
Saw you were hanging out with Jack Harlow the other day.
I did go to the Jack Harlow show. He came to Boston,
That was-
where I am from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, my
Oh.
hometown.
You're from Boston.
I am from Boston.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's believe it or not, this is why they call me Boston Rob.
And
I thought your first name was Boston.
again, we want to thank you for making the drive all the way out from
Yeah.
Boston once again, because we
Loaded
know
up-
it's such a
Loaded
long
up all the
trip.
kids. Amber brought
Yeah.
them all in the van.
Oh, you know. Well,
How was the trip? Was it a good one?
we love the road. You know.
Big roadies.
Yeah, we love the road, and it was a good drive as usual. We made our stop through Wisconsin. We hit the Mars Cheese Castle.
So you
stopped
over-
in Wisconsin?
Wait,
Yeah,
let me make this clear.
So we kind
went
of
up to
cut
Canada.
up. Nah, there's like a route where you could take. It takes a little bit longer, but you could go
Yeah.
from Massachusetts, kind of cut through the top of the, like, but through Michigan.
Are you taking like ferries
and, like,
across the Great
Ohio.
Lakes?
No.
You went through Canada and then
No,
Upper
no,
Peninsula.
No, okay. I think you went. Let me get this straight.
I went under through Indiana up
Yeah.
to Wisconsin.
But you passed
I went
through Chicago, correct, to get to Wisconsin?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
okay.
Why-
So that's why I'm confused. We don't use maps. We just
I'm very curious. Why didn't you tag Wisconsin? Did you say you don't use maps?
Classic geography.
we just kind of go where the wind
okay.
takes us.
Yeah.
But not in a metaphorical sense.
You just-
Literally, when the winds are blowing is where we drive.
You just knew Chicago
Yeah.
Yeah.
was west, and you just went that way.
And so, there was a sign that said
It's
cheese
understandable.
castles.
And you went to the cheese. I get it.
That makes
I get
sense.
The wind was blowing that way.
Yeah.
So, it was a good drive, but well, let's cut to the chase. All right. Zach's in the room right now.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say we're being very rude to Zach.
I was wondering if you guys were going to bring it up, but yeah, I'm in the fucking room.
I'm sorry, Zach. We get so caught up when
That's cool.
Yeah.
Boston Rob is here.
You've heard the
Boston?
episodes. You know
Yeah.
how we are.
No, I've never listened to Goats and Game.
Yeah, okay.
That makes
Don't
two
get
of
that
us. Am I
fucked
right?
up. Right.
I think Boston's the only one that does.
Yeah, he's a true fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Nah.
It means a lot to us.
This is the first time you guys are meeting
Yeah,
each other.
so a lot of the listeners have been speculating that, and even Rob, you heard.
Yeah.
Rob, did you hear what Rob said? Yeah, I heard what Rob said. See, Rob heard what Rob said. Yeah, I heard it.
Was did you find that hurtful, Rob, that he didn't think it was actually you?
Yeah,
Yes, so, this is Zach, not Rob, obviously.
obviously. We know.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
you
me.
could talk, Zach. Okay, I'm going to talk real quick. No, a lot of people thought it was me doing some bad Boston Rob impression.
Which
Even
it's not.
Rob does. Yeah, Rob Cesternino.
Yeah. Good. Disrespect him like that. That's
Yeah.
good.
It's okay. He forgot a
Thanks.
whole member of our
Yeah,
podcast.
he says I'm doing an impression, which it's like, Rob, am I you? Of course not. See?
Yeah, there's a very clear difference. Can you
Yeah.
hear the difference in them? One has a bit of an accent.
One has kind of a Boston accent.
And the other one
You can-
Sounds like Zach.
Yeah,
It's clear.
Zach.
It's clear as day.
Yeah, I have two eyeballs sitting on me right here, and I can see two different people.
Yeah, look,
All right,
if,
and
if
here's-
you're not one of the 4 people in this room right now, you don't know.
Yeah.
No, no. There's
Yeah.
there's no way to prove it. So the only way we thought we could prove it was to have us both in the room because I didn't get a phone call this time. Okay, you know what? I did get a phone call. My phone somehow turned itself on, and it was this
Wow.
really beautiful woman, and she's like, "Come have sex with me," and I was like, "No, I have to be
He
here
had
for Rob."
to be here
Yeah.
for Rob.
You hear that,
Zach,
Rob?
that's beautiful. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's,
welcome, Rob Boston.
It
what I call
sounds
him.
like.
Yeah, because you're friends.
Was-
He does call me that.
Was there any Boston beef between the two of you for like Boston Rob? Were your feelings hurt initially by Zach not being here?
No, I understand Zach as a busy man and has been undergoing a lot of penis.
Yeah. A lot of man.
smallness surgery.
In
What is it
shrinkins,
called?
I believe they call it.
Yeah, because it's too big. But no, everything's good with us. But obviously, there is still some beef in this room between brothers. One of which is from Boston. That's me, Jack. We got a little bit of beef.
Okay, yeah,
We got
there's
the
still
BBB.
Boston beef.
Yeah.
And this
because
was.
I know what happened, but refresh me.
I was gonna.
For the viewers.
We'll see. I was gonna ask you. I feel like it was over me not knowing your daughter's name.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Was that? I mean, Andrew,
I
you were
think
in
that
the
was
room.
what it was.
Zach, you weren't in the room, so you wouldn't
I was
know.
not. You're right. I was
And,
not in the room.
and you don't listen.
I-
so.
And I don't listen.
To me, it kind of sounds like whatever this beef was
Yeah.
has squashed itself.
was
You
gonna
guys
say.
don't remember it.
I mean, it's
I'll be
like
honest.
those. You know it better than anybody. When you're in Survivor, sometimes you're just on different sides of things, just because it's gone that way. But it doesn't have to continue to be that way. You know, we can squash this Boston beef. We don't even know what it's about.
And that's what I wanted to say was it's been so long and I'm such a big fan of the show. You know.
And we're such a big fan of you.
And you had a long drive to contemplate.
And I had lots of drives.
With all that extra time.
Amber and
going
my
all the way to
children,
Wisconsin and coming
whose
back.
names that you guys know now.
Lucia.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And you don't have to.
And the other ones we won't.
Isabella
Yeah. That's
instead
another
of
one.
Ella, right?
Yeah, you guys got that wrong. But I'm such a big fan of
And
the
the other
show,
ones.
And the
and
other
you're
ones.
such a good host. So let's just squash this beef right
Okay.
now.
Thank you, Boston.
Beef
I
is
really
Hey,
appreciate
hey,
it.
hey, guys.
Thank
Wow,
you, Bob.
I'm excited to have been a part of that, you guys. Zach, me.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is
can,
Zach.
And
can
we're
I
glad
get
that you guys
Can I
can
get a
meet.
handshake here
Yeah.
between Boston Rob? You guys can't see it, and there's also no sound to it.
Yeah.
But it was a handshake. I saw it.
Yeah,
Rob
our high
definitely
five
did
maybe
it.
would auditorily be a little more interesting.
Yeah, let's high five it. That's very Boston.
Okay.
Wait, one more
That
time.
was terrible.
Yeah.
That was better.
One more. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Hey,
Yeah,
go
that
Sox, right?
Go Sox.
Boston. All right,
Yeah,
but
the Sox.
so now that that's squashed, and we've got Zach here. Obviously, I know the room's not super big, but I did want to introduce you guys. Introduces you guys as I'm from Boston, not New York.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce you guys to my close personal friend that is also a big fan of the show.
You
It's-
brought a guest?
Yeah, it's Austin Robb.
Austin Robb.
Austin Robb, come on in.
Holy shit!
Oh, what's up, guys? This is me, Austin Robb.
Austin Robb and Boston Robb in the same room.
It's,
Wow.
you know I
This
love
is-
Austin.
This
That's
room is
right.
getting incredibly crowded.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
us
a lot.
in here.
It's very hot. But on the road trip, so after we hit the Mars Cheese Castle, we of course made our way down to Austin,
Which-
Texas.
I will say it's out of the way, but I appreciate it because this is really, I think, going to increase my chance of being on Survivor, which is really what I want to do.
Okay, so
And
Austin
this
Robb.
is how you can tell he's from Austin, is that he's got a very thick Austin accent
Signature Austin accent.
that everyone would recognize.
Cajun Austin accent. Yeah, very common.
So,
So I
big
mean,
fan of the show.
Austin Robb. Like, what is your? Are you just a guy from Austin named Rob who loves Survivor? Is that your whole deal?
Yeah, you got me on
that's
that
pretty much
one.
it, yeah.
That's the whole
How do
thing.
you and Boston know each other?
Well, you see, we go to a convention.
Yes, the
It's
Rob.
different
It's
Robs.
called City Robs. There are-
Whoa! I've heard of the City Rob convention.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Rob, who lives in Minneapolis, goes there.
You know Minneapolis Rob?
you know
Yeah.
Minneapolis? I love Minneapolis
Yeah.
Rob. He is a great guy.
He's one of the best Robs.
He's one of my
I'm told.
favorite Robs.
He's a great Rob.
New Orleans Rob is a jackass, though. I have to say, he is a jerk.
Well, let's hope we
Well,
never
that's
meet him.
funny because he's outside the door right now. You want to get any New Orleans Rob?
No.
You tell me you don't.
No.
He didn't
New
come?
Orleans Rob is not here.
Oh, right. That we didn't go to pick him up because we were thinking about doing it, but then you told me you didn't like him.
I told you he's a
Well,
jackass.
speaking of Robs, how do you guys? Because I know Scottsdale Rob definitely shows up.
Oh, Scottsdale Rob
from
was
Survivor.
a member
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, we had to deal with him.
We had.
Ooh, what happened? This sounds juicy.
He pulled his penis out.
At the
the
middle
Rob
of the
convention.
keynote speaker,
At the Rob convention.
the keynote
Which was
speaker in the
Las
middle
Vegas
of
Rob.
his speech.
Las Vegas Rob is very hard to get.
All right. Okay. To be honest, there's a little bit too much Rob in the room right now. So
I'll go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Austin.
I know-
I was gonna say I didn't want him in here very long. He smells
Okay.
kind of weird,
Well,
like
We got
hops.
we get a bit of Austin beef going on.
You picked me up when I was climbing all them boulders.
And I was like, get in the car, and you're like, I got a shower, and
And
we
you
didn't
wouldn't
let
let
you
me.
shower, so you still smell
I'm gonna go,
weird.
I'm gonna go.
All right.
Big,
All right.
Thanks. Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
First of all, big fan of the podcast. Second of all, that fucking Rob Cesta,
Yeah,
whatever his
yeah,
name is.
Centennial.
I don't know what city he lives in, but I want him to know he is never allowed at the Rob's convention.
Yeah.
The City Rob's convention. Okay, I'll see
All
you
right,
guys.
I see ya.
The City Robs convention is
Man, yeah.
sounds like a
slowly-
high ticket event.
I was gonna say New Jersey Rob.
Do we-
He's New Jersey.
Do we try to go to City Rob convention next year? City
should
Rob
try.
2022?
City
think
Rob,
so.
City Rob, City Rob.
But there's only one problem with this. None of us are named Rob.
That is
How are we gonna get in? That's the
Rob,
one
can you vouch
credential.
for us?
You can be guests of Rob.
I
Right?
have a +5, but it's for my wife and daughter.
I know.
Wife and 4 daughters. Damn.
Maybe
So
Well,
we can
if-
talk to Austin Rob.
Yeah.
he might hook you up.
If he also has 5, we could potentially get in there.
Yeah.
And then meet Scottsdale Rob once and for all. Well, again, he doesn't go to those.
He doesn't-
bands.
he's not allowed.
I'm sorry. Yeah, right. Totally forgot.
Well,
But
I cannot stay for too long.
Your kids are in the
Obviously,
car.
My
You're
kids
right,
are
Rob.
in the car. Amber is she's blowing up my phone.
Okay, yeah,
But
you're right.
as this is a season that I did win, the one season that I did win.
yeah.
Do you have any questions for me as a winner?
Was it rigged?
What
Never mind.
was? You mean the season?
I didn't ask anything.
Okay.
I feel like because he didn't really answer, he answered.
You think it was? Okay.
Are we doing ASMR?
Yeah, we are. Can we get a little Boston Rob ASMR?
I'm
Ooh.
getting the tingles. All right. Yeah. Fenway Park.
Welcome to the doctor.
Welcome to Fenway Park.
You got one. You got a dog. You open it up. Young crinkle it.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
But you're right. Since you did win this season, we do need to at least ask him, something.
How'd it
about
feel
the
to finally
season.
win?
Yeah. Compared to the other seasons, how do you feel about this game? And about
You know
how did it feel to win Survivor versus coming so close so many other times?
It felt good because you know what I've always said is I'm the Godfather, and the Godfather finally got his dub, and
Yeah.
I can focus on what I really love, which is my wife and my daughters and barbecuing.
And celebrity home
And
renovations.
your new
celebrity
show.
home renovations.
Yeah. So go check out Boston Rob.
Check it
hold
out
on,
on
hold on.
Celebrity
Zach,
Home
do you have any other questions for Boston Rob?
Are you me? No. All right.
There you have
that's all
it.
I got.
Wow. Heard it here first,
Yeah.
folks.
All right, Rob. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks again, guys. Again, congratulations on you made it so far.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy you're in this era. And I'll see you for season 39.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
See you then.
Season 39, can't wait.
Safe
All right.
travels back.
Bye.
Say hi to Amber and the kids. What a guy.
Nice guy. How'd you feel about him, Zach? First time meeting him.
I mean,
Did
we
he live up
go
to
way
the-
back. We're really close friends. But this is the first time I've seen him in this room.
Yeah, true.
So,
true.
it was
Been in the
good.
same room at the same time.
Good to see him.
Have you guys noticed that the door hasn't opened and closed?
Well, because he...
He's still in here. He's right over there.
What's going on, guys? I'm still in this room.
Hey, Boston Rob, the door's over here, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks very much. I'm
All
going
right.
to go on the outside of it.
All right, we'll see you later, Boston
All right,
Rob.
see you later.
Oh, that guy.
He just
Go
wanted to be a
Pats.
part. He was just watching. Let's go Mets,
What
baby.
he's kind of a creep.
yeah, love that guy.
But yeah,
He's like
I can
50
see
years
why
old, and he just loves hanging out with us like 20-somethings.
driving so many hours to get here.
We're
We
all
appreciate the
25.
commitment.
And then driving all the way to Austin.
So once again, yeah.
He loves to drive.
The definitely real Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on to our show, man. Appreciate it. Now, there's one last thing we want to do in the outplay section before we move over to the outlast. That's all right. And it is
play a
our
little bit.
a bit of a challenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do have it.
Zach is the one that prepared this one since he prepared the original version of this challenge, which was way back in Gabon. We did our elephant versus monkey debates.
Yes, Big Monkey v. Ellie Fonte.
Yeah.
This is part 2.
Part 2, because Philip Shepard has 2 different tattoos. He's got a gorilla and a lion.
Yeah.
And he mentions them both explicitly.
And I have to say, after reviewing the tattoos again,
Yeah.
in my research, the lion one is a very bad tattoo.
It's a very bad
It
tattoo.
looks so stupid. And I assume maybe he got
Yeah.
it like from a buddy.
Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe.
It's a temporary one.
It's very silly, but yes. So
Yeah.
he's got those tattoos, and he made us think about the Gabon challenge. We're like, oh, what if we do it again?
bring it
See,
back.
It was such a hit, you know?
And
Everyone loved it.
This seems to be, I think, a little bit more of a fair challenge. Because,
This
again, in
one's-
a typical fight, elephant, gorilla, I feel like elephant usually takes it. But
Size difference, you know.
this is a much more
Balanced.
balanced. Yeah. So,
As all things should be.
we have Big Monkey versus Lion, guys.
Ooh-wee.
let's get
So,
into it.
We're going to start this off. We got 5 questions, and obviously the last time we did this challenge, it took a long time, so I'm going to try to
speed
keep
it up.
short. Yeah, the questions are a little less complex this
Okay.
time, too. So.
Yeah. Less to
First
confuse.
one, open field in the African wilderness. No
Okay.
weapons, just bare knuckles.
Well, I mean, one has an advantage because they have knuckles. The other one is not have the opposable thumbs.
Yeah, we have paws.
So one can use tools, should it choose to. we
If
make
they
it
find a
complex.
rock like laying
Yeah.
around, potentially.
Okay,
But again, it's
so
an
we're
open
just saying
field in the jungle.
Typical. Okay.
I think Big Monkey.
So he's got Big Monkey.
Just because it packs a punch.
And this is a single lion, correct? Not a
One
pride.
lion versus one monkey. That is big.
I'm gonna give it to lion.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Who we got?
In this situation, I like Big Monkey
Okay. Big monkey.
because I think that this is a situation in which Big Monkey's strength definitely overtakes the agility of the lion. So the lion can attack it, but in reality, what's going to happen is Monkey's going to grab him and break his back, much like Bane did to Batman.
Ah, okay. We
Bend
got,
him
we got
over the
another
knee.
Bane and Batman situation.
So I'm thinking just because it's open field, there's no necessarily any way for the lion to strategically fight.
Okay.
I think we're going.
You
Big
like
Monkey.
the versatility of
I like
the
Big
monkey.
Monkey.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Andrew
Big
gets a
Monkey.
point.
Second one, Grand Theft Auto style, baby. as you guys have been playing a lot of GTA, I thought you'd like this.
Yeah.
So it's basically Big Monkey and a lion in Grand Theft Auto, and they both have access to the flying DeLorean.
Ooh. Do they have their full wheel of weapons?
They have full wheel of weapons.
Are they in little suits?
Yeah, sure. I mean, why not?
That really adds to it for
Yeah.
me.
I love the lion in a tuxedo right now. I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
really
go-
uncomfortable.
Big Monkey.
He's going big monkey. And why?
They're smarter. They've got the thumbs. I'm kind of thinking it's like a Zootopia GTA crossover.
Yeah, so these
So
are
like the-
anthropomorphic
Exactly. Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
These are
ZTA.
furries. This is a
ZTA.
furry battle.
Zootopia Theft Auto.
Yeah, between a gorilla furry and a lion furry. These are anthropomorphic.
But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Big Monkey.
See, I like the I don't know, the attitude behind the lion. I feel like the lion has a very matched attitude with it's a very prideful, very brave, very I will go out of my way to stir up some shit because I know I'll win. I feel like the lion has the big dick energy that Grand Theft Auto Online requires you to have.
That is true.
So I might stick with. I mean, initially I say gorilla because versatility, but I think a lion has the attitude required to be successful. So I'm going with lion.
The answer is lion.
Oh,
Go.
Because in order to survive and thrive in
In that concrete
GTA,
jungle.
you have to have the heart of a jungle, a cat. That is
Yeah.
a lion.
nice save.
Absolutely, yeah, that was great.
That was what I was going to say. Hold on. All right, so it's 1-1.
Okay,
Number
nice.
3, heavyweight championship of the world. In one corner, the Russian phenom, Lion Drogo. In the other corner, Big Monkey Balboa.
Oh, Big Monkey Balboa.
Who you got?
Big Monkey Balboa for sure. I'm picturing him in the gloves. Adrian. Adrian.
Adrian, he did it.
But doesn't the lion kill Apollo Creed?
Yeah,
Right.
but that's not relevant to this.
Are you
Or, I mean,
Lion Drogo?
The lion,
Lion Drogo
ends up
kills
killing somebody.
Lion
so he's
Drogo ends up
clearly
killing Apollo
difficult.
Crocodile.
Apollo Croc.
Apollo Croc. That's great.
Who is Big Monkey Balboa's best friend?
Yeah. I'm also gonna have to go with Big Monkey.
Big
I
Monkey
think.
Balboa.
He's the underdog, but he's got a lot. He's got a lot to fight for. You know what I mean?
You are both correct.
Okay.
Monkey
Much
Balboa.
like the film, the Balboa triumphs.
As he does.
But not before the death of an unfortunate Apollo Croc. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Sometimes tragedy has to happen.
In order
Reptile in
for
peace.
the
Yes.
hero to the motivation
Exactly.
it needs.
Exactly. All right, number 4. The Lion from the Chronicles of Narnia versus Silverback
Ooh.
Big Monkey from The Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
So in this scenario, we have a very specific lion and a very specific
Yeah.
big monkey.
This is Aslan.
Yeah, who has magic.
Who canonically is God.
Yeah, the lion.
He's Jesus.
Aslan.
So I'm for sure going with Aslan the lion because
Over
he is
a
God
smart
incarnate.
monkey.
Pretty smart monkey.
Over a fairly smart monkey.
But-
Not even the smartest monkey in that movie.
He dies in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But saving his friend.
I mean, to be fair, so does
in the
Aslan.
circus.
It's just he also comes back
Yeah.
because he is magic and God.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
go with
I'm gonna go
lion.
with Aslan. Yeah.
Your logic is flawless in this one, guys. The answer is Aslan, the lion from the Chronicles of Narnia.
Love that.
God is real.
So we've
And
got
he's a lion.
a 3-3 tie right now.
Yeah, we're tied.
All comes down to this.
Also, you and I are tied in fire tokens right now. We have
Oh,
44
that's right.
each.
Huge.
Oh, we still have my season of the challenge that we need to do too.
True.
Focus on Survivor right now. Okay, final question. Big Monkey and Lion team up to take on Special Agent Philip Shepard.
Ooh.
This is a twist.
Wow.
Who you got?
Special Agent Philip Shepard, because nobody gets the best of the specialist.
No one gets the best of the specialist.
Versus a lion and a gorilla.
Yes.
I'm thinking of all the different ways that this the gorilla can ride the lion into battle. It can throw the lion at Philip Shepard, like right at his jugular. It
Get
can
help.
Yeah. I mean, the gorilla can just hold him to the ground while the lion eats him. So I'm gonna have to go with the duo of the lion and gorilla.
I'm
personally.
going Special Agent Philip Shepard. No one gets the best of the specialist.
Question mark.
Well, in this situation, someone did get the best of the special agent because
No.
it's literally
It was
a grown lion and gorilla. This was a layup, Andrew, and you got it wrong.
No
Point
one
goes to
gets the
Jack.
best of the specialist.
And I can't believe you fumbled the bag. But
Wow.
You know what?
Yeah, real fumble.
It's all right, man.
I stand by my
So,
choice.
fire token count. After doing that, Zach gets 3 for doing it, up to 44 fire tokens. Andrew at 42 fire tokens, and I'm at 45.
And you know I'm an unbiased host because I could have not given you the coin
That's true.
to
You
keep the
could've.
tie, but I didn't.
It's true. Yeah.
Because I respect this game too much.
Starts weeping.
All right, yeah. That's why I came back out here.
Amber,
That's what we should have asked him while he was here about why he's such a crybaby.
I'll text him.
No, yeah. Say it the way I did too.
Are you a
angry?
little bitch?
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for the Outplay section. Thank you for sticking with us. We'll come back to our Outlast section real quick. Our Babe Hunk Rebate. Whoa.
Rebate.
Our Babe Hunk debates. And then season
Centennial.
reviews. See, we're getting ahead of It's
lot.
Goats and Gamebots After Night. You knew what you were getting into.
It's
After
at
dark.
night.
At night, after dark. See,
it's-
I can't even get the fucking name of it
After
right.
dark night.
Yeah.
Goats and Game
Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises. All right, stay tuned. We'll come back in just a moment. This season of Survivor is brought to you by The Selfie. By Sprint and Samsung, the first ever selfie. Welcome back.
The sprint selfie when you're taking a selfie while you're sprinting.
You're right. That was a much better one. Should've done that.
Well, we
Just
can edit.
Next time. Yeah, we'll just put that in there.
Any opportunity to do
I
my
love-
impression of sprinting.
We always say, we'll edit it. I never edit shit.
Why? Who cares?
It's always just
It's
raw,
raw, baby.
unedited. You're getting everything that happened.
Raw
I'm
and uncut.
That's too much work. I'm sorry. All right. But now we're in the Outlast section. And the first thing that we always like to do is a real quick walk of shame. The different people that were on this season. We got a cast filled with people. So
Contestants.
yeah, this should be an interesting one. We'll see how many of these people we might need refreshers. I know Andrew will for sure.
All of them.
So
Unless
let's
they wear a hat, I need a refresher on them.
So without further ado, let's get into this season's Walk of Shame.
There's only 2 hats.
Who comes first?
Exactly.
So, first voted out on day 3, eliminated day 6. Francesca.
Francesca. I mean, it'd be totally weird if the first boot came back. That would be a strange thing.
They would never. They would
Yeah.
never let her come back.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Her most memorable moment was Philip not remembering.
Yeah, not knowing
Yep.
how to pronounce her name is
Yep.
the most memorable thing about her.
Hey. He's got dry mouth. He's getting treatment for it.
Sorry, I've got dry mouth. I'm getting treatment for it.
Okay. Who was second?
So this one's a little different. Third voted out. Second eliminated. Day 10. Russell Hans.
Rusty hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, hat guy.
That guy. Good riddance.
I never stood a shot.
No, not any should
Never
know.
stood a shot.
In that defense, neither should Boston Rob, but that's
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a typo, actually. Oh, no, it's not because...
No, Redemption
okay,
Island.
Yeah, Redemption Island really fucked this shit up because Matt's the second voted out.
Yeah.
But, you know. Anyways,
Well,
third...
let's do elimination, yeah.
Third up. Fourth voted out. Third eliminated. Christina Kell? Don't remember her.
Oh, is she the idol?
Oh, yeah, she was looking for the
She
idol.
found the
day
idol.
one,
Yeah. I mean, proven. Anybody can find an idol.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Fourth eliminated on day 14. Krista Klump. Her last name is Klump.
Oh, that's one of Russell's
yeah.
ladies. Also,
that's Russell's lady, right?
no,
The
she-
main one that he uses?
No.
No,
Stephanie is.
Oh,
the-
Stephanie's the
This
main
is
one.
here.
She's the Jesus one.
pictures. Yeah.
She also likes
Spin her this
Jesus.
way.
She gives her Bible to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, God.
We love you, God. Oh, and then it's, yep. Gotcha.
Okay, so
And then next one voted.
she's blonde, and I love that. Fifth voted out, Stephanie Valencia.
She was just too on Russell.
Firecracker.
Like, she hitched it to Russell and was like, this is it. And then when Russell was gone, she was like,
Yeah.
that was still it. It was like, no, find something new.
I'm sad she didn't get a chance to go further in the game because she clearly wanted to be there and play hard. But yeah.
But yeah.
R.I.P.
She
Never
the
stood a
type,
chance either.
She the type of baddie that could be emotionally unavailable and string me along, and I'd be okay with it.
He'd be okay with it.
I would let her
Eloquently
fuck
said.
my shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pack me. All right. 6 eliminated, Sarita White.
Sarita.
Sarita!
Lady.
Yeah,
that's
lady. I don't even remember.
That one
Moving
lady.
on.
Hey, lady.
Hey, lady. 7th voted out. Or sorry, 7th eliminated. First jury member on Doom 25.
Yeah.
David Murphy.
Hope you get a change of pants.
Yeah, I hope
Mr.
somebody
Poopy Pants
changes his pants.
Mr. Poopy Pants. Yeah, no one's ever done it like this man. They never will again.
Congrats on your failed engagement in pooping your pants.
Never go full Murphy.
8th eliminated on our second jury member, Julie Wolf.
Lady firefighter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lady firefighter.
Lady.
I don't even remember. Oh no, I do remember what she said to Natalie at the
she
end.
rude.
That was very mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch. All right. 9th eliminated, third jury member, ex-NFL player, Steve Wright.
Racist, question mark?
Special agent?
Yeah, I mean, Steve did absolute jack shit. Besides
he didn't do anything.
throw a
Look
challenge
weird.
and lead to the
Yeah.
entire decimation of his tribe, so good
He
riddance.
also, just like his eyebrows being super dark and with the gray hair and like being really cut, he just looks weird to me.
He's
Like,
unsettling.
His vibe is very like
Vibes off.
unsettling and not okay. Yeah, the vibes are off at Applebee's. 10th eliminated, 4th jury member on day 33, very literate Ralph Kaiser.
Again, more proof anybody can find a fucking idol. It really doesn't. It could
like
be
him, though.
anyone. Yeah.
I think he was
Mana chop block.
he was a fun little guy.
Yeah, and I mean,
Okay.
his spellings were some of the
So good.
craziest. Yeah,
As someone who doesn't know how to spell shit, I appreciate
yeah,
it.
you felt it.
I can relate.
File
File.
Shepherd.
11th eliminated, 5th jury member, Grant Matos.
I like Grant.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also
he got
He's a little
kind
too
of.
butthurt about.
Yeah, he got butt hurt at the end.
He's a little baby, but he's very handsome, so I guess he can get away with it.
Yeah, and he just seems like a genuinely good guy. Like he
Yeah.
got his feelings hurt, which is understandable. As did the entire cast of All Stars, so I get it.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm also very
Greater men have been
sensitive.
butt hurt by Rob.
Let's read all of these stats. So, 2nd voted out on day 5. Also, 8th voted out on day 21. 1st returnee on day 19. And then the 12th eliminated 6th jury member on day 36. Matt Elrod.
Wow,
God's most
Big
troubled disciple.
God's plan. God's plan. He only loves his bed and his mama
And God.
and God.
God, why? Stop giving me your toughest challenges. But you're my zoomiest little boy. That meme is literally their relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're my zoomiest little boy.
But
Get out there.
good television.
Yeah,
that was one of the
whatever.
only other
Sure.
memorable things about this season. So.
Kind of a dummy.
Kind of a dummy, but he really played his heart out. 13th eliminated, 7th jury member, day 36, Mike Chaisl.
War hero, Iraqi war vet.
Oh yeah, Mike.
I'm just telling you who these people are.
Yeah. Mikey.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He was
These
there.
people are just people. Let's
Thank
keep
you to the
going.
troops.
Yeah, they're archetypes
Yeah.
and nothing more.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for your service. Move on.
Yeah, this is also another season where it's like they looked at the Guess Who board and just kind of like picked
Yeah.
guy with a beard from the South. Special agent. So our second returnee, and then was the 16th voted out, 8th jury member, is Andrea Bolke.
Yeah, Belky, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you.
just stop saying last names.
Again,
'cause it doesn't matter.
the only other person I think ever stood a shot.
Yeah, no, I
Like if
her.
anybody else was going to win this game, it was going to be her. Unfortunately, again, Rob had the stranglehold. She was never
Yeah.
going to do it, but she tried and did a good job.
Yep. And let's not forget, she is blonde.
Yeah, and a babe.
Huge.
17th voted out, 9th jury member, Ashley Underwood.
Had some good immunity wins at the end there, but
Yeah.
other than that,
She had a game. She had a resume.
She turned it on.
Yeah.
I just
And she's
personally
blonde.
wasn't a fan of her social game.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Definitely made me feel a little icky sometimes, the way she behaved, and especially as she like talked down to Phil. Not that he didn't deserve it, but yeah. Anyways.
yeah.
So our second runner-up is Natalie.
Ah, yes.
I liked her. She definitely fell victim to Boston Rob being like, this person's young,
Yeah.
naive, and if I tell them, stick with me,
Yeah.
I've played this game before, she will believe me.
I mean, the main.
And she did.
The word is naive. She's just very
Yeah.
naive. She's
So sweet.
She's 19 in this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's the thing.
not a
you-
bad
course.
word to say about her aside from the fact she was incredibly naive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then second runner-up.
Our
Or first
runner, our first runner-up, Philip Shepard, former federal agent.
Again, one of the brightest spots of this season. A controversial spot,
So fun to watch, though.
but great television. So definitely made this season more watchable than it had been without him. So
Big time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll save the winner.
And that's it. Yeah, that's it for our Walk of Shame.
Yeah. That's the shame walk, baby.
Let's transition right into our winner-loser review. I mean, obviously, again, Rob played an amazing game.
Yeah, what more could we really have to say about this guy?
The only thing
love
I would
him.
say is, where would you rate this in terms of like the games of the winners, like most dominant? Do you put this at number one, or do you put any other winner that we've seen so far above Boston Rob in terms of dominant game?
I mean, there's no doubt that he plays an insanely good game. I don't necessarily know that makes it one of the best ones. I think he was dealt a very easy hand, and that's why he dominated.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you get a Phil Shepard, and you get like a right-hand man who'll do whatever you say. Like, what's his name, the football guy?
And again, half
Grant.
these aren't
Yeah.
people. They're just like very one-dimensional,
pawns.
like
Yeah.
one-faceted people.
Yeah. So he played chess, made it look easy, and that's great. But I don't know if it's necessarily a very memorable win.
Okay. Yeah,
As
I
much
feel
as
that.
I love Boston. Who I'm learning now, I don't know if it's he's got two hometowns. One's Canton, Massachusetts, right? And also Pensacola, Florida.
Who knows?
Is he from Florida as well as Boston? Is he Pensacola Rob?
Pensacola Rob.
He does double up at conventions.
Yeah. That's why
what
he
I've
has so
heard,
many
yeah.
plus ones. It's actually under like 3 different
He represents like 5 different cities.
aliases. Yeah. So yeah. How about you? Where do you rate his game up there?
It's great, but I agree with Zach.
Easy hand.
These
Yeah.
people were picked for him to win, well, allegedly.
Yeah.
But like, it's still great. It's still a feat to be like, look at these idiots.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm smart, but I'm not a genius. And I roped all these idiots to do exactly what I wanted to every step of the way.
I guess this is kind of a question then. Like, do you consider it to be more impressive, or like would you rate their game higher, for example, if you're sitting next to somebody you could legitimately lose to? For example, Yule's game. Do you think Yule's game is stronger than Boston Rob's because by the time he gets to the end, there is still people that he has to beat, he has to be on all the way till the end? Or, again, do you consider it a notch in his game that there are people potentially he could lose to at the end? You know what I mean? I feel like it brings in a lot of different facets of people's games. It's hard to define strength.
I don't think anyone else could have beaten Rob. And it doesn't matter
Yeah.
who he brought
Oh,
to the
yeah.
end.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say that it's
But I mean,
they're
like, do
two
you
different
consider
things,
it a
like,
stronger game to have somebody at the end that you still have to beat, or
I think
surrounded by goats? It doesn't matter.
ultimately probably it matters probably, but
Yeah.
like I think if you have such a hold on the game to be like, I had the power
Yeah.
to bring this person with
Either
me.
way, you're winning.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
like.
That's more
Whereas if
impressive.
you're Yule, you're like, I fought to get here. So did this person next to me. Whereas
Yeah.
Rob, you're like, no, I brought them here because I knew I'd win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did everything
I
you
think-
see here.
yeah.
I did.
It's just 2 different ways to play the game.
I think the more impressive win is winning against a better competitor.
Yes.
But that is a testament to your game if you bring weak people to the end. That like
Yeah.
shows that your game is great. But so my answer would be the Yule win is better because he had such competition at the end.
Yeah.
Whereas Rob didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
and-
I
but
can
good
agree
for
with
him
that.
for making that final 3 the easiest final 3 of all time. to
Yeah,
win.
absolutely. Yeah, it just brings out a lot of different. I don't know if there's a
Yeah.
right or a wrong answer. It's just personal preference, I think. But yeah, okay. The only other thing we got to do is the Babe Hunk debates before our season reviews. So without further ado, let's launch right into that.
Time to get
Time
dirty.
to get dirty. Ready to get to today's challenge?
Yes, Jeff.
Yes. So
Ready?
let's kick it off first. Ladies first. Let's start with the babes. First and foremost, who do you think is in the running for the babe discussion?
Oh, like honorable mentions.
I mean, just in general, like, let's throw some names out and then we'll decide. Because I do think, like you mentioned, Stephanie.
Okay.
I know
Stephanie's a cutie,
her
but-
name was cut short in the game, but as you
Stephanie's
mentioned,
a baddie.
the type to drag you along and
Yeah.
like she would ruin
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
So
Stephanie's-
that's
And I
definitely
would let her.
Stephanie's a cutie, but she got too caught up in hurricane hands.
Hurricane Hacker.
yeah.
Yeah, hurricane hat.
So you were naturally wary of
Yeah.
anyone who is in the
Who was
Hans
just
vicinity.
like, I can
Yeah.
use this man. Or, yeah, just,
They're dirty.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel you.
We've also got like the girls who made it to the end, Andrea, Ashley, Natalie. I think are all.
Yeah.
You could throw them in there.
I mean, aside from that, like it's not gonna be Serena.
Kristen, what did she do?
Yeah.
I
So
would say Andrea.
I would also say Andrea.
Yeah, that's my vote.
Again, my only other thing, honestly, I would say Stephanie, just because Stephanie played such a different game than Andrea, and of all the seasons Andrea's in, this is the most underwhelming of all of them. And it's not necessarily her fault. I know it's like Rob's hogging the screen, but
And we have too much Stephanie representation.
you don't want her to move
There's
on.
too many Stephanies.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Yeah. Stephanie LaGrossa.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean.
One other Stephanie.
A couple times.
Too much. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
that bracket's done. That's in the
Well,
past.
we got to do like a big
Oh, right,
all of them.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's-
Anyway, just for our own confusion.
I would say maybe we
sake.
do that one just for us.
Yeah. So this one is we're going to give it to Andrea. Babe of the season.
The tribe has spoken.
Baby of the beach.
And when it comes to hunks,
Boy, do we got hunks.
it's an interesting conversation.
I think David Murphy you got to throw in there.
I was very
Little
on
poopy
board until
pants.
he shit his pants.
Yeah.
That was very unattractive.
Yeah, that
I-
was
I-
not a good look.
I do like the way how he is as a person. I think he's very similar to us. Like especially the Half Murphy speech. He like just gets it, you know.
Yeah.
He's like a smart like person. So I like that a lot about him. He doesn't necessarily play like an amazing game or anything, but
Yeah.
you know, of a lot of the guys this season, I do think he's one of the better ones that I really enjoyed watching.
There's also Matt.
Matt, great TV as well.
You guys wanna cut to the chase
whether
here?
you love God or not.
I mean, I see. I don't know if there is a chase because personally, I know where you guys are probably going to go.
Yeah.
But I would say Grant.
Grant's
personally,
not bad. No.
In the game, again, I know the reunion
Mike.
is a little bit different because, again, it does, you get butt hurt. But I think it is, again, because he is a genuinely good guy. And he is also a hottie, ex-NFL
hottie.
player. Not many people can
Great
pull off
smile.
the hairstyle that he has, but he pulls it off incredibly well, I think.
Well, my answer is Boston Rob.
Yeah, Boston Rob.
So no love
do
for
you
Phil
think?
Shepard.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, the
I do
feather
see
is
where
a
you're
good
coming
look.
from
The feather's a good look.
With Grant, though.
Yeah.
As the deciding vote here, I am gonna go with Boston Rob as well.
Okay.
Only
Yep.
because this is like the last season he's truly like pretty hot.
He was looking
then-
fine at the reunion.
Yeah, he's looking. He's like,
Yeah.
what is he like? 30. He's 34 at this point. So the
Okay.
next time we see him, he's a lot older, and like.
All right. I mean, you're talking about representation. We've got a lot of Boston Rob representation.
We do,
on this list,
but it's
so-
Boston Rob.
But it's a hunk.
friend of the
Okay,
show.
you're right. You're right. We'll give it to Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Hunk of the season.
The tribe has spoken.
All right, and that's gonna wrap it up for our Babe Hunk debates. Do we have any fun crunches on this season?
I did not look at.
No.
it.
Then we
don't.
I'm sure
This season's
Great.
if there are any, they're not that fun.
So let's just go ahead and get to the end of this shit. Let's talk about our season reviews. Andrew, with your whale scale,
With my whale scale,
would you like to go first?
I will give Survivor Redemption Rob a mink whale.
A mink whale. What is a mink whale?
A mink whale is a blue and white whale that obviously lives in the sea.
Yes.
But
So
lives-
you're describing most of whales.
Yeah, but it lives kind of in middle sea.
Okay.
It's not like they don't live on the surface. They're not all constantly bopping up. They are.
Okay.
They
You're
live
going
more
literal
in the-
geographical
yeah.
location.
They live more in like the middle of the sea.
This is a mid-ranged
Yeah,
whale.
yeah.
Okay.
That's in like the season. It's mid-ranged.
Gotcha. I see.
This
Not
whale has some good perks. It's got a good shaped nose. The tail flaps kind of unique to this particular whale,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty.
It's got its
fun,
own tail. That's cool.
but sometimes can be mistaken for a dolphin, which isn't great.
Ah, okay.
So
we know how you feel about dolphins.
Yes. Gotcha. So it's borderline.
yeah,
It's a mid-ranged borderline whale.
yeah.
Okay, and that describes your thoughts on the season too.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. On your pitchfork scale,
Pitchfork scale, we're giving this one a DJ Khaled's Khaled album
Ooh.
from 2021. It's a 4.8, baby. Yeah.
gotcha.
So honestly, I don't know if I've ever listened to this album, but that was the first one that popped up when I typed in 4.8 Pitchfork review.
Well, that
'Cause I
major
needed
key.
a reference.
Major key.
Major key alert.
Major key.
And I've got the keys.
Another one.
Success.
This season is, I mean, with this rating, it technically makes this my third least favorite season. And again, I love Boston Robb. And he dominates the season, but it is such a boring, lame fucking season.
Yeah.
And
It's
like,
a long walk to the inevitable.
A boring-
just watching Robb tear it apart is great, but it's like for entertainment's sake, not super interesting.
If you think this is boring, boy, do I have the dolphin for you. Or the whale for you. It's a minke whale. They are boring.
It's not a dolphin, though.
I know exactly what you mean. I feel the same way about a whale.
Yeah,
But yeah.
making sure that's clear, not a dolphin.
Not a dolphin.
Yeah, not a huge fan, but happy
Yeah.
for Robb. Glad he got the dub finally.
Yeah. And I have it rated very similarly on my mashed potato scale.
mashed
Potatoes.
I give it a 43%,
Wow.
which again is mid. I think I mentioned before there's like a big gap between like the Thailand and Nicaragua seasons and the like Survivor Africa is like at 55%, and that whole middle range is going to be filled out in the next couple seasons because that's kind of where this era lies. And again, I agree. Boston Robb plays a great game. It's just a very slow and boring walk to get there. There's maybe one or two spots, but even in this season, they don't shine all that bright. Like, they go on to shine, but even in this season itself, it's whatever. Like, Phil is the only person that makes it somewhat entertaining, I guess. Yeah.
I forgot to mention, and this is very important, another reason I gave this season a minke whale. Minke whales live off the coast of Boston. Fun fact.
Oh, really? Wow. So we've got a location.
Boston whale.
Boston
They're
whale.
a Boston whale.
Wow, they're probably at the conventions. Well, no, that
No,
they have
they're
to
not.
be named Rob.
There's a couple there that
They're at the
represent.
Boston
Sorry, it's a
conventions.
Rob. Yeah, it's Boston.
There is one.
There's a Venn diagram of.
There's Atlantis Rob, who is a humpback whale.
Yeah, you're right. So anyway, yeah, this is a very.
Is Atlantis a city?
Yeah.
Is that a real
Yeah.
place?
Well, not a real place, but
This is not
Tell that
something
to
I need
Atlantis
to
Rob.
challenge your logic with.
tell that to Amber Heard. Okay. But yeah, it's a very mid-range season. It's not great. It's pretty boring. It's got a good winner, but again, not even necessarily because of this season, because of the context of the whole show, and it feels rigged. It
Rigged.
doesn't mean that it is, but it feels rigged.
Yeah.
And that is a major slight. So again, it's not one to just watch for funsies. Aside from those cringe compilations where Philip just can't say Francesca's name.
Franqueshka.
Wow.
That's fun. But aside from that, again, it gave us some moments, but you can't justify a whole season based off a handful of moments and a winner that is only great because of the context of other things.
Yeah.
So,
And how?
yeah. And, I mean, Redemption Island, of the twists, I don't mind it. But even idols don't play in that much this season. There's not a whole lot.
Oh,
of
we didn't even
gameplay.
mention that he threw that
Yeah,
clue into
the
the
clue
fire.
into the
That was the
volcano.
coolest thing I've
That's
ever seen in my
super
whole life.
cool.
Pretty sick. Wait, did we
Yeah.
even talk about the crispy?
No, we didn't talk about
We didn't
the
talk about
crispy.
Scoop of the
Wow, we
Crispy.
didn't
We didn't talk about Scoop of the Crispy.
Well,
All of
for
our-
the real
Wow.
Survivor heads out there, you know what Scoop of the Crispy
You
is all
know,
about.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Scoop
yeah.
of the Crispy.
Yeah, you don't
If
need
you
to
know, you know,
explain it.
Scoop of the Crispy. You
Yeah.
heard?
And on that, we're gonna never. That's
Time
the
to go to
end of
bed.
Goats and Game Bots. Thank you guys for
Last
joining us for
episode
again
ever.
a really chaotic, weird night Goats and Game Bots episode. At night. With a lot packed into it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for seeing it all the way through the end. Coming up next, we got South Pacific, which we just watched the first episode of. Andrew, how you feel?
Yeah, whatever. It's Survivor.
It's the same season.
Little hands.
Same season again,
Little
but with
hands.
Coach and Ozzy. So that'll be fun. And we get Jack and Jill coming up soon. So
Oh,
one of us is going to have to
huge.
watch that fucking movie.
I'll do it.
He'll do it?
Yeah.
I think we all should have
on.
to. You
all
shouldn't just
watch it.
suffer alone. It should be everybody.
We will talk about Jack and Jill's Coach.
Yeah.
True.
Oh,
We-
true. If we get that interview, we need to talk about Jack and
Oh,
Jill.
yeah.
So, this is...
All right. If you know, you know. Scoop of
Yeah.
the Crispy. You heard.
Shouts out to the Goof Troop. Thank you again for listening. We'll see you next episode for South Pacific. And with that, got nothing for you. Head back to camp. We'll see you next out.
Oh, way, oh, way, oh, way,